If you are not a Christian and you've been hurt by other Christians, I want you to know that you're not alone. Because I am a Christian and I've been hurt by other Christians too. Maybe they judged you. Maybe they lied to you. Or maybe they abused your trust. Maybe they didn't make you feel the love of God that you expected and deserved to have felt. If that's your story and that's been your experience with other Christians or with Christians, I want you to know that I'm genuinely sorry for that experience. But I do have a question for you. If someone pretended to be a doctor and ended up harming people, would you still conclude that the main medication was worthless? Or would you recognize that they're not representing what a real doctor is supposed to look and feel and be like? Jesus actually warned that there would be people who would claim his name that didn't actually know him at all. And Jesus said, "You will know them by their fruits." So what exactly does that mean? And why does it matter? Well, not everyone who says that they're Christian is actually Christian at all. And in all fairness, sometimes Christians make mistakes. Sometimes they don't show the love of God. Sometimes they're cold. And we do have to remember that none of us are perfect. When I had open heart surgery, I didn't get a call from the church. I didn't have anyone come over and lay hands to pray for me before or after I had surgery. I didn't get a card in the mail, but I got a statement about my tithes and my record of tithing, and I got a statement about the school, college, and what was going on with that. But I never got any kind of support from the church when I went into one of the most major events of my life, and that was very painful for me. And even there were other times when another time was when I lost my child through miscarriage. I didn't even get a card or a text from people within the church. So it is unfortunately common nowadays where many people who profess to be of God aren't showing the love of Christ. But if you look at Jesus Christ and you set aside the people that claim to be of his, and you just look to him and how he treated people in the Bible always says that Jesus was moved with compassion on people. Compassion. He was a compassionate and is a compassionate God. He would look down on people, and he looks down on you today with compassion and love. People that were broken. He had a heart for the people that were hurting, that were outcasts, that were broken, people that had leprosy and had to be put outside of the community, people that had hang out to him, even the blind man, when his own disciples told as he was crying out, told him to quiet, Jesus called him forth, and healed him. So people, I want you to understand today that Christians are always going to fail you because they're people first and foremost, and many of them don't belong to God. They might say that they're children of God, but when God looks down upon them, he doesn't recognize them as his child, and they don't show the love of Christ, and they don't show the second greatest commandment. But if you look to God and you hold on to who God is, God loves you with a love that you can't even begin to imagine what that feels like. And he died to set you free from all sins and bondage. And he cares for you more than your earthly parents, more than your siblings, more than your family, more than your best friend, more than yourself. He loves you with a sacrificial love. Please don't base your eternity on somebody who failed to look like Christ, but base it on Jesus himself, because he died that you might be forgiven for all sins and be in eternity in heaven with him one day. He is kind. He is loving. He will show you peace. He will show you strength. He will give you encouragement. You know, this life and people these days, I don't know what's going on, but people are cold and they don't care and they are guarded, and everyone is separated, and you're just not going to find that warmth and that love that you will with God himself. So if you're hearing this message today and you've been hurt by Christians, I just want to encourage you, seek the Lord with your own heart. Call out to him. He will not cast you away. His ear is inclined towards you. Ask him to reveal himself to you. Ask him to experience him in his love, in his kindness, in his compassion, and he will honor that. He will meet you at your place of hunger for him. Because what the enemy wants to do is keep you away from Christ. Don't let the enemy, in the way that he uses, unkind, unloving Christians, to keep you away from a relationship with Christ.